Good morning, welcome to No Yoga with Jess. Thank you so much for joining me this morning. My name is of course Jess and welcome to this good morning full body vinyasa flow. So for today's flow, we are going to be moving mindfully through a series of postures that are designed to give us a good old energy boost and set us up for a great day. We are going to be starting in child's pose today, so when you're ready, roll out your mats and I will see you there. Okay, so starting in our child's pose, coming down to the ground onto your knees, big toes to touch, option to keep your knees wide like I have, or you can bring your knees together and just drape your torso forwards, forehead down to the mat and reach your fingertips back. Or you can reach your fingertips forward and take your knees wide and allow your body to just drape down in between your thighs. Choose whichever one feels right for you in this moment. If you need to put anything under your knees, perhaps a blanket or some pillows, or anything underneath your hips just to give you a little lift. Do that now. We're going to be here for a few breaths. So whenever you get there, close your eyes and just take a moment to come into your breath, coming into your body, into this moment. Slowing it down. And just allow your body to feel heavy, maybe rolling your forehead from side to side. Nice little massage between the brow bone. Slowing your breath down, extending your inhales and your exhales. With every exhale, feel your body getting heavier and heavier. Let's just take one more breath in. Inhale through your nose when you're ready. And as you exhale, slowly lift your forehead and take your gaze towards your hands. We're going to press our hands into the mat and come all the way up. So lifting your torso up. Take your body to the right. So lean your body to the right hand side. And in one smooth motion, we're going to lean our body forward over the top of our hands, come all the way through center towards the left, and bring our hips all the way back down to our child's pose. Keep your forehead lifted. Big breath in here. And as you exhale, we're going to come to the left-hand side. So bringing your body to the left, leaning your torso all the way forwards. Exhale, come over to the right and drop your hips back to your child's pose. Nice. Inhale, we go to the right. As you get to the top, slowly start to exhale towards the left. Drop your hips back. Nice. To the left, inhale. And exhale, we come all the way through to center. To the right, drop your hips back. Nice. A few more on your own here with your own breath. Nice and slow. We're not rushing anything here. Press your fingertips into the mat. One more to the right. And last time to the left, evening it out. Nice. Coming back to your child's pose, drop your forehead down, close your eyes for a second, find stillness. Take a quick full body scan here, bringing full body awareness. Where can you soften? Where can you find strength in your practice today? Big inhale, we're going to come back up to our all fours and find our downward facing dog. So take your fingertips super wide, index finger faces towards the top of the mat. Rotate your elbows so the elbow creases are facing towards the front of the mat. Curl your toes under and lift your hips all the way up and back. Have your feet roughly hip width apart and slowly start to take your dog for a walk here. So pressing your belly down to meet your thighs, bend your knees generously here. Relax the back of the neck. Breathe deep. If you can hear in my voice, I'm a little bit croaky today, this morning. I'm just in the process of coming out through the other side of it. So apologies if I sound a little bit croaky this morning. Keeping walking your dog, pressing your fingertips into the earth, option to tuck your hips from side to side, waking up the body. Nice deep breaths. Drawing your shoulder blades together very slightly here. And let's just take stillness in our dog for a second. Close your eyes if you like, or soften your gaze. Take one deep breath in. And as you exhale, slowly bend your knees, keep going, drop your hips all the way down. And as you do so, take your gaze towards your hands. We're going to step to the top of the mat. However you do that is up to you. You can crisscross your feet, you can jump, you can hop if you feel like you've got the energy. Forward fold at the top of the mat. We're going to meet at the top in our forward fold. Again, bending your knees generously here. Oh, I can't speak this morning. I've lost my words. Relax your hands down. Relax the crown of the head down towards the earth. You're going to have to bear with me today, I think. Everybody take a deep breath in. And exhale. Option to sway gently from side to side. You can sweep across your mat with your fingertips here. If you'd like to take your gaze down towards your fingers, you can do that. Feet face 12 o'clock, feet facing towards the top of the mat. Press your feet down into the earth and breathe deep here. Just feel a nice opening in your hamstrings, in your lower back, your glutes. And let's just take a moment to find stillness here. Again, making sure we're relaxing the back of the neck. You can shake your head a little bit here, just to find stillness. Option to clasp opposite hand with the opposite elbow and just hang your body heavy. Let's all take a deep breath in. And exhale. Release your hands down to the earth. Let's find a halfway lift here. So pulling your torso all the way up. So your torso is facing halfway down, parallel towards the ground. Press your hands into your shins. Pull your elbows into your side body and take a nice breath in. And exhale, release, forward fold. Nice, bend your knees super generously as we roll all the way up to standing. Take your time. Last thing to come up is the crown of the head. Let's find our mountain pose. Strong mountain pose. Let's take a moment to check our feet. So we want our feet roughly hip width apart. Always have our feet facing towards the top of the mat, parallel towards one another. Press your toes into the earth. Feel the ground beneath your feet. Ground down through all four corners of your feet. Option to close your eyes or soften your gaze. Open your palms out to face the front. Draw your shoulder blades together. Slight tuck of the pelvis here. Big breath in. And exhale. Release. Nice. On your next inhale, we're going to bend our knees and sweep our hands forward and up. Let's find our extended mountain pose. Take your gaze up towards your hands. As you breathe in, look up. Exhale, forward fold. We're going to go all the way back down to our forward fold. Slowly, slowly take your time. No rushing here. Forward fold. Inhale, let's find our halfway lift. Press your hands into your shins. Squeeze your elbows into your ribcage. Exhale, plant your hands and step both feet back. Plank pose. Coming into our plank pose, option to drop your knees down for a half plank or keep your knees lifted for full plank. Everybody spread your fingertips super wide. Hands are underneath your shoulders. Reach your heels back. Pull the pit of your belly in and up. Separate your shoulder blades. Press away from your yoga mat, pressing out of your shoulders. So careful we're not dumping. Lifting up and out of your shoulders. Pull your shoulder blades away from each other. Big breath in. And as you exhale, slowly we're going to lower down all the way to our bellies. Belly flops welcome, of course. Press your hands into the mat. We're going to lift up, find our baby cobra. So we're not lifting all the way up. Keep a bend in your elbows. Keep your gaze straight down. Exhale, forehead comes down to the mat. Nice. Everybody pressing up to our hands and knees. Let's head back into our downward facing dog. When you're ready, curl your toes under, lift your hips up and back, downward facing dog. Very nice. Everybody take a breath in here. Option to find stillness and close your eyes. Exhale. Sigh it out. Let's do one more. Everybody breathe in. Exhale. Release. Sigh out. Press your left heel down into the earth. We're going to take a three-legged dog on the right side. So right leg lifts. Three-legged dog on the right side. Flex your right toes down towards the earth. Keep your hips even. So careful you're not opening out through that right hip. Want to keep our pelvis as neutral as we can. Whatever's comfortable for you in this moment. Everybody lift that heel very slightly higher. Big breath in. Exhale, we're going to bend our right knee and squeeze it in towards our chest. Again, take your time, nice and slow. We're not rushing anything today. Squeeze it in towards your chest, knee to nose. Inhale, we're going to kick that right leg back up, three-legged dog. Exhale, bring it in, knee to nose. Nice. Inhale, kick it up one last time, three-legged dog. Exhale, bring that knee in, squeeze it in towards your chest. And then place that knee down just where it is on the earth, underneath your torso. Nice. Sweep your right foot towards the right side of the mat, so your right foot comes all the way off the mat. Press your right hand into the earth, directly underneath your shoulder. We're going to open it out into a modified side plank here. So keeping that left leg nice and straight, press your the sole of your left foot into the ground. We're going to open our torso out to the side. If it means coming up onto your fingertips or using a block or perhaps a rolled up blanket or anything underneath your hand, then go ahead and do that now. Everybody open your torso out to the left and left hand reaches all the way up to the sky, modified side plank. Press into the top of your right foot for stability. Everybody lift and open. Take your gaze up towards your left hand. Big breath in here. And exhale. Let's hold for a breath. Push your hips forward towards the left side of the mat. Squeeze your glutes and spread your fingertips super wide. Reach them all the way up. Find some energy here. And then as you exhale, we're going to lift our torso all the way up. So release your right hand from the mat. We're going to come all the way upright. Left hand comes to the outer edge of your left thigh. Right hand reaches all the way up to the sky this time for a side body stretch all the way down the right side. Modified gate pose. Inhale, reach that right hand all the way up. Option to take it slightly over if it feels good. Exhale. Let's hold here for a breath. Option to take your gaze up to the sky. And as you breathe out, release. Bring both hands down to the top of the mat. We're going to turn to face the top of the mat this time. Lift that right knee and squeeze it all the way back in towards your chest. And then when you're ready, you're going to step that right foot forward. However you get your right foot there is up to you. Drop your back knee down, Anjaneyasana, low lunge. We're coming into our low lunge here. So right foot is forward, left foot is back. Just take a moment to get comfortable here. Coming up onto the fingertips, uncurl the back toes, press into the top of your back foot for stability here. As everybody, we're going to inhale, sweep our arms forward and up. Torso comes all the way up, reaching up. Inhale, take your gaze up towards the sky. And exhale, drop your hips down. From here, we're going to take our left hand comes all the way down, reach it down towards the back of your left thigh, and inhale, leaning all the way back. Reach your right hand back and behind you. Slight back bend here, side body stretch. Reach your fingertips all the way up and over. Nice big breath in for a little spinal twist. And as you exhale, we're going to come all the way back through to our low lunge. Fingertips come down to the earth. We're going to curl our back toe under and lift our back knee. We're going to make our way to the top of the mat. So both feet come to the top of the mat. However you get there is up to you. Again, back into our forward fold. Now we're going to take our feet super wide here. Super, super wide. Big toes are hanging off the edge of the mat. You can keep your heels very slightly in. Gorilla fold. So we're going to take our hands, lift our feet. We're going to have the palms of our hands underneath our feet here, pressing your toes into your wrist. Bend your knees generously and relax the crown of the head down. Gorilla pose. Find some movement here if that feels good. Squeeze your toes into your wrists. Give yourself a little massage here. This is a great wrist forearm stretch as well. The hamstrings, lower back, glutes. Where can you soften? Maybe it's your jawline or the skin on your forehead, back of the neck. Everyone take a nice big breath in. And exhale, release your feet from underneath your hands. Keep your fingertips on the ground. We're going to bend our knees generously. And as we do so, we're going to lift our torso. We're coming into a modified chair pose. Reach your hands forward. Wide-legged chair pose here. Drop your hips down, leaning into your heels. Lifting your toes just to get your weight underneath you here. Take a second, reach your hands forward. Take your hands wide. Spread your fingertips super wide here and open your chest. Look forward, big breath in. Exhale, drop your hips. Nice. Big breath in, press your feet into the earth, drop into your heels. And exhale, reach your fingertips all the way down, plant your hands on the mat, step back, plank pose. Take a chaturanga here, option to drop your knees down or stay in high plank. Everybody lowering all the way down. Chaturanga to upward facing dog or take a cobra, that's up to you. We're going to meet in downward facing dog when you're ready. Lift your hips up and back. Big breath in here. And exhale. Release. We're going to do the same on the other side. So when you're ready, press your right heel down into the earth this time as your left leg lifts. Three-legged dog on the left side. As you exhale, bend your left knee and squeeze it in, knee to nose. Nice. Inhale, kick it up, three-legged dog. Exhale. Knee to nose. Squeeze your knee all the way up towards your chest. Nice. Inhale, kick it up, three-legged dog. As you exhale, we're going to bend that left knee and squeeze it in, knee to nose. And drop that knee down just underneath you here. Turning on your left knee this time, left foot comes off the back of the left side of the mat. We're going to open our torso to the right hand side and find our modified side plank on the left. Reach your right hand all the way up. Inhale, spread your fingertips super wide, take your gaze up. Exhale, push your hips forward, squeeze your glutes. Nice, big breath in, let's stay here for a breath. And exhale. Where can you soften? Find, mailman, find energy in your fingertips as you reach your hand all the way up. And exhale, we're going to come all the way back up. So use your core strength to lift your torso all the way up. Right hand comes to the outside of your right thigh. Left hand reaches up this time for our modified gate pose. Inhale, press into the top of your left foot for stability, sole of your right foot. Squeeze everything into the midline as you reach your left hand all the way up. Exhale, option to take it over to the sides. Very slight side bend here. We're not pushing anything, we're not forcing. Big breath in. And as you exhale, we're going to come all the way back down. Turning to face the top of the mat again. We're going to lift our left knee, squeeze it in towards our chest, and step our left foot to the top of the mat. However you get there is up to you. Drop your right foot, drop your right knee down, press into the top of your right foot as we inhale, sweep our hands forward and up. Low lunge on the left side. Inhale, take your gaze up, big breath in. And exhale, drop your hips. Nice. Spread your fingertips super wide. Take up some space here. Take your gaze up. And as you exhale, right hand comes down to the back of the right thigh this time. Inhale, reach your left hand all the way up and back for our very slight back bend, side body bend here. Press into the top of your back foot for stability. Press into that left foot, keeping yourself stable in this pose. Inhale. And exhale, we come all the way back through. Plant both hands to frame your left foot. Curl your back toes under, and we're going to come back to the top of the mat. So step the back foot to meet the top. Coming into our forward fold. Again, taking our feet super wide. We're going to find our gorilla pose again. So taking our feet wide, toes come off the edge of each side of the mat. Lifting up. Slide your hands underneath your feet. Bend your knees generously. And hang heavy here. You can press your toes into your hands. Give yourself a little wrist massage if that feels good. Or you can close your eyes and find stillness here for a breath. Let's take one breath in together, big breath in. And as you exhale, release your hands from underneath your feet. Bend your knees. We're coming back into our chair pose, our wide-legged chair pose. Drop your hips. And as you do so, lift your torso. Chair pose. Drop your hips down, reach your hands forward. Taking up some space here. Spread your fingertips wide, look forward, open your chest. As you exhale, drop your hips into your heels. Should be able to lift your toes. You want to send your weight backwards as you reach your hands forward. Counterbalance by reaching forward. Inhale. And exhale, release, forward fold. Keeping our feet where they are, we're going to bend our knees. Keep your fingertips on the ground. We're coming into our deep squat. Malasana. If you need any extra support here, like perhaps a rolled up blanket or towel underneath your heels, just so that you can fully relax in this pose, then go ahead and do that now. You can place a block or a book underneath your hips. When you get there, place your hands together at heart center and use your elbows to press your knees away from each other and lift your chest. Look forward, drawing the shoulder blades together. Drop them down and away from your ears. And breathe deep. Option to point your fingertips down towards the mat for a nice little forearm stretch here if you like. Everybody lift up through your spine. And find somewhere that you can soften here. Slowing it down, coming back to your breath. Last breath here, inhale deeply. And as you exhale, bring your fingertips down behind you and use them to center yourself on the mat here. We're coming to a seat. Keep your knees bent, feet are flat on the mat. Place your fingertips down behind you. Fingertips are facing towards your body. Inhale, press into your feet, press into your hands. We're going to lift our hips, reverse table. Squeeze your glutes, lift your hips all the way up. Big breath in. Exhale, we're going to lower, hips lower. Nice. Next breath in, we're going to lift our right foot and cross our right ankle over the top of our left thigh. Next breath in, you're going to lift your hips all the way up. Keep that ankle crossed. Lift your hips. Exhale, lower all the way down. Nice. Let's switch sides. Uncross your right ankle and put your left ankle over the top of your right thigh this time, right thigh. Flex your left toes. As you inhale, we're going to lift up, reverse table. And as you exhale, lower your hips. Release your left ankle and place it back down on the ground. Let's find our reverse table one last time. Lift your hips all the way up. Breathe in. Take your gaze up. Exhale. We're going to hold for a breath. Keep your hips lifted in your reverse table. Press your fingertips into the mat. Press your toes into the mat. All 10 toes. Big breath in. Squeeze your glutes. Exhale. Hips lower. Slowly, slowly. Extend both legs out long. We're going to head into our seated forward fold. So bend your knees generously, toes face up towards the sky, rolling forward onto your sits bones. So careful you're not sitting on the fleshy part of your bum. You want to lift up and roll your torso forward so that we can sit up tall in the spine, and then we can slowly start to drape our torso forwards over the top of our thighs. If you can't quite reach your hands, place them on the mat here. Lift up through your spine, feel that generous opening in your hamstrings, lower back and your glutes. If you can reach your feet, then grab the soles of your feet and pull your forehead down. Everybody take a nice deep breath. Close your eyes if you haven't already. Let's slow it down. Let's take one breath in here. Inhale deeply through your nose when you're ready. And exhale, release your hands, and slowly we're going to roll all the way back up. Keep that momentum going. We're going to come down to lay on our backs. So reach your hands forward and roll vertebra through vertebra until you come to lay on your back. Slowly, slowly. Bring your knees in towards your chest and wrap your forearms around your shins. And give yourself a little hug here. Roll gently from side to side. Nice little lower back massage here. Take a few deep breaths. Close your eyes if you like, or soften your gaze. Keep your right knee pulled in towards your chest and send your left leg all the way out and long. Release your left heel down. Keep that right knee squeezed in. Use both hands to pull that knee in towards your chest. Should feel a nice generous stretch in your left hip. We're just going to find a very subtle movement here, just very slightly moving that right knee from side to side. Not much movement at all. We're moving very slowly. Just massaging that hip joint. Opening out through the left glute, the left side of your lower back. Finding a little bit of energy in your right toes, flexing your right foot. Nice and slow here. And then as you're ready, feeding your right hand through the inside of your right knee, you're going to catch the outside of your right foot and lift the right sole of your foot up towards the sky for a half happy baby. And again, we're going to find that gentle movement of just rocking our foot from side to side, again massaging that hip joint, finding a nice opening here. You can take the movement a little bit bigger if you like, maybe stretching out the hamstring, maybe straightening the knee a little bit more, just finding movement that feels nice here, that feels good. Flexing your right toes, again keeping that energy. Breathing deep. Nice. And as you're ready, Bring that knee back in and give it one last squeeze in towards your chest. And then send your right foot all the way out to meet the left. We switch sides, bring your left knee all the way in. And give it a good squeeze. And then slowly start to find a little bit of movement here in that hip. Keep that knee pulled in towards your chest. Just finding very subtle movement, massaging the hip joint. Finding some opening here. Your left glute, left hamstring, left hip. Keeping some energy in those left toes. And then as you're ready, slowly feeding your left hand through the inside of your left knee, catching the outside of your left foot and lift the sole of the foot towards the sky. Continuing with that subtle movement. Moving from side to side, up and down. Find what feels nice here. If you can't reach the outside of your foot, then just keep a hold of your ankle or the back of your thigh here and just continue to find the movement from there. Whichever way you find feels right for you. And then go ahead and do that now. One last breath here. Then as you exhale, give that knee one last squeeze in towards your chest. And send both feet out. Find your Savasana. So take your feet super wide and just allow your feet to splay out. Take your hands wide, palms face up towards the sky. Pull your shoulder blades down and underneath you. Close your eyes if you haven't already. And let's bring our awareness to our body. Take a full body scan here. Where can you relax? Where can you soften? Where can you unclench? Maybe it's your jawline. Maybe it's your hips or your knees, your shoulders, your lower back. Take your mind to your feet. Where can you soften? Where can you relax? In your toes, feeling the weight of your feet as your heels press into the mat. Feel the ground beneath your heels. Take your mind to your ankles. Feeling them get heavy. And your calves, the back of your calves, pressing into the mat, getting heavier and heavier with every breath. Deepening your breath. Every exhale, you melt further into the mat. The back of the thighs. Feel the ground beneath you and your glutes. And your lower back. And your belly. Feeling your belly as it rises when you inhale. And it falls as you exhale. Now bring your awareness to your back, your upper back, and your shoulders, feeling heavier and heavier. And your chest, where can you release? The tops of your shoulders, and your shoulder blades, and your upper arms, and your elbows, and your wrists, and your hands, your knuckles pressing into the earth, heavier and heavier, and your fingers and your fingertips, and then back up to your shoulders again, and the back of your neck, and the back of your head, pressing into the earth, your jawline, relaxed, released, and the skin in between your eyebrows, and finally the crown of the head. Just take a few breaths on your own here in your own time. slowly, as you're ready, coming back, finding a little bit of movement in your fingertips and your toes, giving them a wiggle, maybe finding some wrist circles and some ankle circles. Slowly making the movements bigger, bending your knees. And as you're ready, slowly pull your knees back in towards your chest. And give yourself a little hug, maybe take a gentle rock from side to side. Keep your eyes closed. And as you're ready, coming onto one side, any side you choose, and use your hands to press yourself up to a seat. Keep your eyes closed if you like, or soften your gaze. Crossing at the ankles. Rest your palms down wherever is comfortable, maybe on your knees or in between your lap. We're going to finish this practice today with 3 breaths together. So wherever you are in your breath cycle, blow it all the way to the bottom. Seal your lips and inhale deeply through your nose. And as you exhale, sigh it out. 2 more just like that. Exhale. Release. 1 more in your own time. Slowly open your eyes. Thank you so much for joining me today for this morning yoga flow. I really hope you enjoyed it and it sets you up for a great day. As always, please do remember to hit that subscribe button if you haven't done so already. That way, every time I upload a video, you'll be notified and you can practice along with me every week. I would love to have you there with me. Have a wonderful day.